So hello YouTube, recording is on. What the fuck are we doing? Did we just talk to the dude yet? Wait, escape brought us this. Wow, our investigation's really high. Did we talk to the dude yet? I think. Unless I had good reason to come in. Okay, so we don't need to be where he is. We talked to these dudes before. Kind of lost as to what we were doing. We can enter? Huh. Historian Yasuhisa. Welcome, come in, do sit down. No need to be so formal, stand there like a statue. How can I help you? Are you Yasuhisa? Takashi told me to come speak to you. Okay, so I found what I need to do. Good. I haven't really used PS4 Pro yet. I guess we won't really notice until we play like Evil Within or something soon. How is Mr. Kawana? Still prickly as ever, I suppose? I've always found him to be wise beyond his years, though perhaps not by choice. I digress. My apologies. It's the quirks that come with old age, you know. What does Mr. Kawana think I can help you with? Looking into a few things related to the Kamenkai. Oh, right. The group his family got mixed up in. Ah, a more difficult answer than you might expect. You see, there are two groups that share that name. The first, as you know, is the religious group formed by the guru Tokimasa. The second is an ancient order over 1,000 years old. Whoa, that scared me. I just started out, so we've only been live for a minute. Or recording for a minute, at least. Spoon, get out of the way. What's that you're holding? I was told it's related to the Kamenkai, the newer one, and that you could tell me about it. Ah, that explains many things, child. The far-off look in your eyes, for one. I imagine you have many, many questions. Masks are interesting, are they not? They are meant to be a disguise, and yet a mask cannot lie or contort itself to hide the truth. In that sense, it is the mask that is more truthful than the human faces we hide underneath them. I wonder how he came to be in possession of an object with such a dark history. I think it might be related to a missing person, but I don't know anything about it beyond that. Ah, but that itself is the essence of history. Layers upon layers of personal connections that are continuously peeled back to their root. Relics like the one you hold often take unusual routes to where they end up. I'll see you later, buddy. Hey, Ambao. Relic? If it's from the Kamenkai cult from the 90s, then I'd hardly call it a relic. Misguided and deceptive as he was, Tokimasa was no fool. In order to gain new followers, he needed to give his cult historical legitimacy. He collected obscure objects, and gave them new meanings that he could control in order to manipulate his followers. The mask was what he chose, along with the name of the group that created it. Interesting, isn't it? So he grabbed the mask from somewhere that was like ancient, and then made a new cult on it. I guess so, only I guess I was hoping you could tell me some other things about it. For instance, like why, now that I'm about to say it out loud, it sounds silly. I'm sorry I bothered you. Don't be silly. You wonder, for example, why holding the mask seems to take you to another place. Or perhaps why you can see visions that don't seem real? Why you feel a strong will exerting itself on you? Oh yes, I know all about those things too. Ooh, he's like Yoda. How could you know about that? I am wise and old, young one. When Tokimasa was in possession of it, he believed it showed him a path to the realm of the gods. He wrote extensively on the subject. Though unlike most, I don't discount such phenomena as the ravings of a madman when the phenomena repeats itself. Do you too look into the inky blackness and see familiar shapes in the shadows? Not shadows, I see and hear people who are supposed to be dead. I find things I couldn't possibly have found otherwise. Most interesting. Tell me, detective. Oh, apologies. Do you mind if I call you that? I don't remember telling you I was a detective. Ha, my mistake. You must forgive me. A slip of the tongue. I believe it was the way you carried yourself. Determined investigators such as yourself have such a sense of purpose in their mannerisms, you see. And you do seem rather determined to get to the bottom of whatever it is you're chasing. Tell me, does me telling you that your experiences are not an illusion provide you any level of comfort? I'm not sure, but I do feel something. Maybe hope? Nope. It's like I finally got a foothold on solid ground. Ah, yes, knowledge is a light in dark places, is it not? To think a relic of such import would end up with a detective. Do you mind if I ask you something? Is he evil? Which do you believe? Are our lives controlled by fate, pre-measured threads that determine our deeds, our wishes and our ends the minute we come into existence? Or conversely, is our thread subject to the chaos inherent... Oh, Jesus, this dude. In our universe instead, does it change according to our deeds and that which happens to us seemingly by accident? Do you believe it is fate or chance that decides which threads of life are cut short and which are followed? Do I have to choose? Oh, I don't have to. Wait, that's it? Wait, what do I do? The back button doesn't work either. What do you want me to click on? Did it crash? Sounded like the architect on the Matrix. Oh yeah. He did. Did it crash? It's like it's supposed to give me a— oh! Oh, there we are. Yes, of course. Maybe you feel your life has been somewhat out of control as of late? Control, huh? To be honest, I don't feel like I've had much of that since the mask came to me. You said that the mask was made by the old Kamenkai. Why? Confusingly can't be the purpose it was made for. Ah, yes, a more complicated answer than you might have wished for. Indeed, it should come as no surprise that the creation of such a mysterious object is equally enigmatic. Perhaps you could do me a favor. Don't worry, it is in relation to this very topic. An important book has gone missing from my shop. If you could retrieve it for me, I feel I could shine a great deal of light on the subject. What kind of book? Watched both Home Sweet Home today. Damn, that game was good. Ah, MF, I'm glad you liked it. A book of the missing variety. Haha, sorry, I jest. It concerns the mask bearer. That's me, right? Although you carry it, it does not make you its bearer. All will become clear when the book is returned to me. Sounds easy enough. Where can I start looking? Oh, you needn't go far. The man who has it is right outside this building, in fact. As I said, it's not much of an errand, but I, of course, cannot leave my shop. He's right outside? This won't take long. I'll be right back. Wait, that's weird. Why can't he just step out and be like, hey dude. So it's this guy? The old tea shop next door? Isn't that place closed down? Closed? That can't be right. What else do you know about it? Pure conjecture on this one. But I think it might be owned by the kendo instructor from the dojo down the street on account of him being the only one I ever see in there. You might not believe me, but I swear I saw him in there chatting away to himself. Possibly he's a little nuts. Wait, is the dude invisible? Then again, it might be some super awesome kendo meditation technique. Aw man, why didn't I think of that before? Next time I ought to ask him for some pointers instead of spying on him, eh? Word through the grapevine is that he's a regional champion or something, and he has trained some of the best. Lots of cops train him too, so he must be good. Maybe he's not so crazy after all. Speaking of which, I have a bit of a crazy question for you. I know you said it was closed, but do you know anything about a book taken from there maybe recently? I was led to believe you would. Oh jeez. Oh jeez. Go on. Like I said, the place has been empty for years, but you know, I spend a lot of time outside it, and half the time the door's wide open. So one day, a few months back, that's a long time ago, I decided to take a look around. Nothing suspicious or nothing. I was just curious is all. Curiosity killed the cat, right? Anyway, it was all dusty and old and there was all sorts of weird stuff laying around. So I might have taken a little souvenir. I mean, it wasn't super old or nothing, so I figured no one would miss it. Besides, it wasn't for me. Oh god, he gave it away to someone. It was for my kid brother. That guy can get deep in the dumps sometimes, so I try to be on standby for when that happens, you know. So I figured a little gift would cheer him up. Back then, he was going through some particularly tough times. His bitch wife, language? Oh, part of my language, okay. Had left him and taken their kid daughter with her. He still doesn't talk about it, like he's in denial or something. Whoops, got off track again. I was heading to visit him with the ill-gotten book when I got this phone call saying he was in the hospital. He OD'd on expensive sake and sleeping pills. Oh shit. Thank god the idiot decided to do it at the bar he owns with the door unlocked. Oh no, we know the dude. Isn't it the dude that's in the bar that's like doing really poorly in Shinjuku? Customer came in and called an ambulance. If it weren't for that, I'm not sure if he'd still be there. It's quite a story. Sounds to me like he wanted to be found. Yeah, I think so too. Oh, Vertigo Tea Party! Hey! Thank you so much! Good to see you! Thank you so much for the host. It's super nice of you. I think he was trying to ask for my help in his own way. In any case, I took the book to him while he was in the hospital, tried to show him that even when he was at his lowest, there was someone out there trying to do something nice for him, you know? I think it helped, for a minute anyhow. As soon as the doctors let him leave, he went right back to that toxic little bar. I hope he's okay. He's got issues, but he's my little brother and I worry about him. He's not been answering my phone calls lately. Originally, my brother's bitch ex-wife, sorry again, had the brilliant idea to put his skill to work in a cheap part of town. Despite that, he's holding on to it with everything he's got. The place is slowly bankrupting him, but he won't let go. All he has to do is sign some paper and move on, but he can't. Something about it has its claws sank deep into him. I've been trying to get him to join me in my business for years. He's a great chef, and we could make a killing. Maybe it's not the same as owning a whole bar, but serving passers-by and getting some sunshine is good for the soul. Plus, food stands are doing really well abroad, I hear. Much better than wasting away in Shinjuku at any rate. Yes, dude. Shinjuku? Yeah, in a slimy little side street. Anyway, if that book is important to you, he probably still got it at his place. You want the address? I knew you looked familiar. Your brother's Daizo, right? You know him? Small world. It was probably the smile on my face that threw you off. Oh. Tell him his brother Haruto says hi. While you were at it, tell him the takoyaki stands are still the future of cuisine and that to get his butt over here. Haha. Hey, Vertigo. Thank you for the host. I'll do that. Thanks for all the help. Okay. So... Shinjuku. Let's go. Whew, that was a lot of lemon. Is it this bar? There we go. That's him. Hi, Ayami. How can I help you today? Hey, Daizo. How are things? Oh, you know, same old, same old. Funny thing, I met your brother while I was in Asakusa today. Haruto? You met Haruto? What are the chances? Who knows? It was pretty random. Who would have thought? So is he still selling takoyaki at his stand? Did he say anything? He is. He said to remind you that takoyaki stands are the future of cuisine and that you should go and help him. Yeah, you talked to Haruto, right? Always the optimist, that guy. I actually have a favor to ask you. Do you still have the book your brother gave you a few months ago? The only thing that guy gives me is headaches. Not sure if I can help you, Ayami. He said he gave it to you when you were in the hospital. Oh, what makes you think I was in the hospital? I don't even go to the hospital for checkups. Oh, he's trying to deny it. That dolt's bringing me stuff all the time. Always trying to drag me in, kicking and streaming over to where the grass is greener. This would have been more recently, after a rough patch. Maybe it was stupid to come and ask. Oh, it's fine. That idiot, always running his mouth. Friggin' traitor. Those were some hard times. Nothing serious. I just drank too much is all. Oh, mommy! Thank you for the bits! Thank you for streaming the game. Oh, well, thank you for watching. I'm sorry, detective, but I don't want to talk about it. Alright, understood. I'm not here to dig up bad memories. You said you were looking for a book, right? Truth is, I don't remember. I do remember Haruto giving me an old magazine, though, back in the hospital. It was one of the ones I used to read when I was younger, when things weren't quite so complicated. Wait there a second. I may have it in the storeroom still. Sorry, hold on a sec. Amazing how much junk... Are we gonna do a hidden object game? Find the book! Amazing how much junk someone accumulates over the years. Maybe I should throw some of this away. Here it is. It's yours, detective. Ah! Huh. No wonder I recognize the photo you brought by. It's the same girl. Idol named Ruby. Dana. No, Ruby. What's mine say? Dude, what's mine say? So right there in the corner. Pretty crazy that it was still in my shop. Guess that means you're still looking for her. I wonder why we keep running into each other. Weird luck, I guess. I don't buy it. You're a hell of a detective. You must have a pretty sharp nose. If you say so, Daiso. Do you mind if I take this? Like I said, it's yours. About time I started getting rid of some of my old junk. Thank you. See you around, Ayami. Take care, Daiso. That it, though? Let's go back to the other dude, I guess. Show him the magazine. Was it a Saxa? Hey, Liebe. Oh, I am? Huh. Yeah, I know I have to read it, otherwise I'll forget what I'm saying. Otherwise I won't really pay attention, I think. Let's see if this is it. Ah, welcome back. Is that my book I see? Guess I'm a little surprised. Are you trying to tell me Dana is the mask bearer you talked about? It's hard to believe. Does it surprise you? After all, it is she who you seek in the dark, is it not? The dark. That's what the collector called it too. How'd Dana get tied up in all this? I only know maybe she sold her soul for success or something. I only know that somehow the girl's path and the mask collided as if by chance. Chance, huh? Not fate? What circumstances led to this intersection are a mystery, I'm afraid. People always see history as something in the distant past, involving old men and black and white pictures. But that book and the girl are as much a part of history as the rest. The threads that connect the past to the present and people to each other are not always apparent. But peel back the layers of connection and randomness of our universe neatly orders itself. A teen idol, an ancient order, the tool they created, and the detective who holds it, now all forming a neat and tidy line. Dana was some sort of idol living in Tokyo, not part of a sleeper cell or some cult. It doesn't add up. On that, detective, we can agree. So why don't we start at the beginning? To how the mask ceased to be a mere object. The story starts in ancient time in the year 1333. Nice. At that time, Kamakura was the capital of Japan. Yes. Led by the Hojo clan, it was a time of peace, prosperity, and enlightenment. Hey, broccoli! Peace among men is cyclical, and like so many before them and so many after, their time and peace came to an end. The Nita clan, loyal to Emperor Go-Daigo, led a siege against the Hojo-controlled Kamakura, taking the city as the tide receded, leaving a key passage open to the invaders. The Hojo clan fled to the caves of their family temple. For them, there was no hope of victory or escape. They chose to retain their honor. Instead of surrendering, the 870 Hojo samurai, including the last 3 regents, committed mass suicide. Damn, son. The Hojo and Nita clans embroiled in their quests for empire could not see the role they played in the plans of another group, the religious sect known as the Kamenkai. It is said that in the flames of Kamakura, a girl was seen wandering the streets observing the carnage of the burning city. A girl lost to the histories by the name of Chikako Shichijo, the last survivor of the Kamenkai. So whatever the Kamenkai was trying to do, oh, that's creepy, they failed. I mean, they all died, right? No, they didn't. Everything went exactly as planned. Chikako Shichijo did not survive by chance. She was chosen. Chosen for what? Turned out for what? To receive the blessing of all the spiritual energy that so much death afforded. To become their first mask bearer. Mask bearer? The Kamenkai used the death of all those people to create this? Why? Legend has it the Kamenkai sought to contain the door, a rift leading to the spiritual realm, where our consciousness ceases to be, time holds no meaning. A place where cause and effect could be changed. Oh, I got a Craven raid? Oh, thank you, Craven. Oh, I got hearts. Thank you. I saw you were playing Evil Within. I hope you like it. Well, I know you don't like it, right? I really like it. Thank you, baby. That's really nice of you. I'm doing an extra stream. I normally don't stream on Sundays, but... Thank you. So if anyone wants to see more Evil Within, he's playing it on Twitch. So be sure to check him out if you haven't yet. Okay. Why spend so much human life and give up so much to do that? To stop it from being abused. Imagine being able to see the world as a god, so that the flow of time and the rules which govern our world are of no consequence. This is the power of the door. To a mortal mind, obsessed with the finality of death and meaningless accomplishment, such power would corrupt absolutely, a power over death. So a dark place was created to obscure the door and hide it from mortal eyes, along with a tool to control and see within the darkness. It's true, all of it. It sounds like a fairy tale, but it's true. Finding the door could be the key to bringing Tanaka back. Would you bring him back the same way, though? I don't know. Some doors, no matter how strong they call us, are not meant to be opened, and the Kamenkai willingly gave their lives to keep it that way. Wait, so they were the good guys? The mask opens the mind to all who come in contact with it, but it is intended for its bearer. Using it to find the door may destroy you. Maybe you're right, but I could at least use it to find my way in the dark, just like the collector said. The only thing— oh right, the collector. The only thing I don't get is how Dana is connected to it. That is a mystery. As Mr. Kawana told you, the last known location of the mask was the Kamenkai cult a few decades ago. Thank you for the follows, guys. Much was suppressed about the Kamenkai under Tokimasa. They existed and then... Oh, that was weird. I saw like the image before. Why are you donating? Looking forward to the next Left 4 Dead match. Oh, I'm not really reading the rest. Reading the rest. I made a English mistake there. Aw, thank you, Graven. You're too sweet. Thank you. Let me see. That was fun. That was funny though. I never seen like an image pop up before. Oh yeah, I guess that's the thing now. You can use your own GIFs, right? Because I love you. Thank you, Graven. Have a good dinner. See you later. I'm super excited for more Left 4 Dead. Yeah, I've been thinking about it a lot since we played it. Okay. Much was suppressed about the Kamenkai under Tokimasa. They existed, and then on March 4th, 1996, they met their end. Oh. There are many theories that the police killed them during their raid of the compound, or that someone within the cult had snapped and murdered the others. Nothing but conjecture, I'm afraid. The real answer lies somewhere deep within police records, and though I remain curious, it is not something I have access to. Perhaps the best place to start is here. Finding about the last days of the Kamenkai might help light your path to the truth. Though I wonder if such an object bred from suffering can truly put an end to it. I'm a little bit confused about this bit. Is it you who can finally break this terrible cycle? Like, I'm confused about the chronology of the Kamenkai. I've spent a long time here. I'm tired. So tired. Farewell, detective. Okay. Sitting there comfortably, the historian Yasuhisa casually laid out everything that I've experienced, I am experiencing, like I was reading it out of the book. Mass suicide, ancient groups, and a door to the spiritual realm. It sounds like a myth, an interesting story told to travelers in a bygone era. It's hard to believe it relates to Kazuki and Dana. I can't see it. The bridge between the Kamakura samurai and the young girl. He said Dana fit into the story. She's a mask bearer, but how? Maybe she's just a descendant? Yasuhisa, the collector. I thought when I met them, I'd entered their world and could start to understand, however faintly. But my intuition as a detective tells me they're hiding something from me still. Maybe I'm overthinking it. I need to keep going. What day is it anyway? How long have I been chasing these leads? Day turns to night, the hours bleed into each other. Even the seasons don't seem to follow the natural order anymore. Everything's blurring together. Ah, my head. Maybe I should take my medication. Impossible as it seems, following the old man's hunch is my best bet to finally understand the mask. Even Takashi didn't know what happened to the Kamenkai. Finding the police report is the way forward. A few weeks ago, it would have been easy for me to ask around and pull a file. It'll be a bit more difficult now, I imagine. What's the worst that can happen? I should head to police HQ and see what I can find. No, we should go home first so we can take a pill. So we can be more sane. Apartment. I can't! Wait, police HQ? This is the only one we can go to? Meh. Hey, Chocobo girl! Hello! Oh shit, you gotta be kidding me! Why is he here? I guess he works here, huh? Funny, me and some other guys were just talking about you after practice the other day. Specifically, we were taking bets as to how long it would be before you showed your face again. Shame you coming in here cost me 10,000 yen. Well then, you're an idiot. Not that it matters. Ever since you left, things are looking up for me. I won the last department kendo tournament and I've been enjoying my promotion. Oh yeah, thanks for the new office, by the way. Jesus, what a dickhead. Anyway, non-active duty cops, or you, in other words, ain't allowed in HQ right now, so what do you want? Go to hell, I need a favor. Oh man, this is just getting better and better. Begging me for a favor, huh? Kinda figured you might someday. What a freaking asshole. So what do you want me to do, Ito? Sneak into the evidence locker? Steal your gun back for you? Like I'd do anything for you. The brass have already told me everyone in the damn station to steer clear of you. You're considered bad luck for people's careers. Well, myself excluded, I suppose. Jesus, dude. Wouldn't expect anyone to do you any favors from here on out if I were you. And I'd rather not people see us talking and think we're all friendly or something. Now get out before I have to call someone down here. Can't I talk to her? She likes me. I fixed her a love relationship. Back to Asakusa. Don't know what to do here though, that was my only option. Maybe I need to find something? No one's there. Maybe this dude knows more. Can I get some food? They were amazing. Oh. Something we can help you with? Oh god, this is the same. We already did this one. Okay. At least it didn't gave me neurosis points. Oh, I can enter the dojo now. Surprised to see you back. How can I help you, detective? Historian, you train police. I spoke to Yasuhisa, the historian. Oh, good. And? Takashi, what is he? I don't understand your question. He's one of them. Them? Are you alright? He's just an old man. What else would he be? No, Takashi, you must have noticed. There's something off about him. Like the collector. But, no, not exactly like him. Not sure what Yasuhisa told you to scare you like this, but I've known him for years. He's a bit eccentric and too philosophical for his own good, but he's harmless. Allow me to offer some advice. What you're feeling right now, it's not him. It's you. The more time I spent researching the Kamenkai in the past, the more I began to feel the world had gone mad. But it didn't. It continued to turn on its axis as it always does. It was me who became unhinged. You could always walk away, detective. Some mysteries aren't worth solving. I was told your dojo trains a lot of people in the police. That's right, I trained many of them personally. Do you know Akira Taira, a detective from Tokyo HQ? Ah, yes, Detective Taira. I know him quite well. Man with a great deal of innate talent in martial arts. Though that talent is offset somewhat by his brash personality. Yes, he's an asshole. Very diplomatic way to put it. Sorry to put you on the spot, but Taira's about the only usable link I've got left in the police force, and the one person who's trying to stop me the most. Seeing as you train with him all the time, I was hoping you might know something that would change his mind, if you know what I mean. Are you asking me to help you blackmail him? Beyond the obvious reasons why I wouldn't help you do that, I also happen to think it won't work. You may be surprised to hear this, but Detective Taira actually lives a fairly straightforward life. His excesses are nothing that would draw any scrutiny, at least not among his fellow officers. I hear he is engaged to be married soon as well. Someone actually agreed to marry him? That poor girl. Yes, a very nice girl. Apparently they're quite happy together. We'll see how long that lasts. May I ask what exactly Taira did to you to make you feel so strongly? Did to me? You should be asking him that. Ever since I started, he's looking down on me and never missed a chance to remind me how he felt. I ignored him because I figured if I worked hard enough, I earned my promotion, I would shut him up once and for all. He eventually got this promotion, I take it. Well, did he shut up like you thought? Nope, he got worse. It started with him speaking rumors about me sleeping around in HQ. Then there were various complaints to my supervisors. He couldn't stand that I won. Let me finish off my drink. It's all falling apart now though, huh? He got my old job and every time I see him, he has a smug grin on his stupid face like he's mocking me. So you hate the fact that, at least in his mind, he was right. Something like that. Taira's not the first person to think a woman didn't deserve the promotion I got, but it stung a little extra when he ended up at my desk. Yes, I thought as much. Banana sword. You're not saying you think that brown-nosing, womanizing, lazy, good-for-nothing asshole actually deserves my spot, are you? No, I can't judge the inner workings of a police force, but from what I've heard, it certainly wouldn't be the first time an officer didn't earn their promotion honestly. Often I watch my students spar and I always notice an interesting trend. You see, usually the outcomes of matches have nothing to do with their skill. Is there a moral at the end of this story? Patience, Ito. You see, two students will face each other, but before they even draw their swords, they've decided the outcome. Students rank each other and themselves based on practice, their social status, their schools, or any number of things before they enter my dojo. A student perceiving himself as stronger will always be more relaxed, more ready to attack, while the student who was resigned themselves to defeat desperately defends. It's not skill or merit that wins the battle, it's expectations. Do you see where I'm going with this? I do, but I'm not sure if I like it. You're saying that unless I can break Taira's perception of me, I'll keep losing, right? Exactly. For a man like Taira who expects certain things of women, you've defied him at every turn. But if I suck up to him and play the part, it might throw him off guard enough for me to win this fight. Sounds about right? Very perceptive. Here, this should help. So we're going like reverse psychology. Sake? It's a gift. Nah, wow, that's so flattering. I barely even know you. I suppose in order to degrade myself to scum like Taida, I could use a drink. It's not for you. It's for Taida. Oh, here I was thinking you were being nice. It's a very expensive brand. As a matter of fact, it's Taida's favorite. A gift for his promotion. Promotion he stole. Promotion into my position. Think of it as a way to throw him off balance. You can't strike at his heart until he drops his guard after all. You know how to play the role he expects of you. I suspect you know the type of woman he likes. Much as it pains me to admit, it might work. Thanks for the sake. Ha! I can drink it. That would be bad. Seduction. I don't really know what the bottle says. It's just a name, I think, for sake. A type of sake. Police HQ, let's go. Let's seduct him. Seduce him. That's the word. 大変失礼いたしました. Can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm sorry. That's it, Ito. I've heard enough of your... Wait, what? You heard it right, Taida. I'm sorry. You're a good detective, and I never did congratulate you on your promotion. Here, this is for you. Ha, I get it. So you think bribing me is gonna work, huh? Ken no Michi? Oh. Okay. Right. So the way of the sword. No way. It sells out in weeks. Even my family rarely managed to get a bottle, and they knew the people to ask. How'd you get it? That's not important. Consider it an apology for how I've treated you in the past. I present this to you as a way to formally hand over my old position to you. It's clearly in better hands now. Ugh. Oh, I'm even bowing. Ito. Sit up, will ya? It's fine, just sit up already. Okay. I accept your apology. Hell, didn't know you felt that way. I mean, in light of recent events and all, it's long overdue. Guess with all the stress you've gone through, the delay is understandable. Glad you finally learned to manage your emotions appropriately. Oh my god, I want to punch this dude. Thank you for your kind words, Detective Taida. Once I return to the department, I know I'll have much to learn from you. It's a little early for that talk, don't you think? We don't even know if they'll let you back on the force after the hearing. I suppose you're right. I shouldn't have spoken so brashly. Oh my god, what am I doing? Oh, is my husband here? Oh, good morning. Ito, stop that, please. I always thought you'd be a better cop if you listened to your fellow detectives a bit more. Suppose there's a lot you have to learn from me, eh? Oh, this dude. I know you're right, Detective Taida. I was so brash before. That's probably how I ended up here. Yeah, no problem. Thanks for dropping this by, Ito. To tell you the truth, it's been a tough time for all of us. It's better to stick together. We're all on the same team after all, right? Maybe once you're back, me and you can partner up. Oh, I would die first. One can only hope I'll be so lucky. Right. Look, I gotta go back to my office. You, need anything else? Well, I was thinking, but... Oh no, I couldn't possibly bother you. You're so busy. It's fine, I can handle it. Go on. Well, he was easy. I know I shouldn't be, but I've been doing a little research. In an unofficial capacity, you know? I was wondering if you could pull a file for me. You know I can't give you access to the system. You're suspended, and besides, it'd be against regulations, and... I guess if you stay on that side of the counter, I could get Ishibashi to help you. Don't think this means we're best friends or anything. It's just repayment for Ken no Michi. Ah, thank you. But Taida, Detective Taida, I wouldn't want to impose on your busy schedule. Jesus. Putting it all real thick. Stand up. Saki, I'm going back to my office. Look up the file Ito wants. Log the search query to my name. Got it? Yes, sir. Of course. I'll be in my new office all afternoon, so direct any calls there. Clear? Yes, sir. I think he's gone. Damn, Miami. I mean, I twisted some guys around my finger before, but that was something else. Don't think it'll take long to get your office back if you keep working that magic. Listen to me very closely. It's very, very important. Oh, Panda! Holy shit! Thank you for the tier 3 resub.
Thank you. That's really nice of you.
It's very, very important you train me how to do that for professional purposes. I think you're right on your own, Saki. Oh, fine. Be that way. Anyway, you've got Taida's sign off. What did you want me to look up for you? On March 4th, 1996, there was a raid on a compound belonging to a cult called the Kamenkai. It's like the official report plus anything else you can find on it. Wow, that's some heavy reading material. I'll get right on it. Doesn't seem like there's much to go on here. Looks like there's only one file. Righto! I'll put it on a USB for you so you can take it with you. Just don't tell anyone. Here you go. Thanks, Saki. I owe you one. You owe me more than one, Ayami. See you around. Achievement unlocked. Submission. Yes, apartment time. Yay! Finally, we can take some pills. No, I can't. No more pill time? I want to improve my sanity. Something doesn't smell right. There's a raid on a compound and all that's left is this lone debriefing. Doesn't add up. Not to mention so much of what here is redacted. Officers arriving at the scene found 12 people dead on arrival, including Tokimasa and Mai's parents. Where are the details about how they died? Not to mention the report itself was filed almost a week after the raid, so why aren't there any autopsy reports? Says here, 2 children and 1 adult are believed missing. That must be Mai, Takashi, and their grandmother. Guess that means Takashi was telling the truth after all. So many people have been hiding information from me. It's almost a relief. Hey, Adam. Still, for such a short report, it raises a whole lot of questions. We're at 275, by the way. Yeah, 275. Only 25 left to 300. The list of the dead, their causes of death, if there were other survivors, what else they found, it's all lost. We already are playing Cuphead, Panda. It's on my husband's channel. So if anyone, the mods, could put in a link for his channel, then there we go. Go to the not the Mamma Mima one. Gapman's Let's Play channel. It's on that one. We recorded 2 episodes, and then after that we'll stream it. So Aki, thank you for the sub.
Thank you. Welcome. Thank you so much. It's really nice of you. That makes 276.
Hey. Even the location of the compound has been classified. All I know is that the mask was found in the middle of a pile of dead bodies. Whoa. What the hell happened here? Why was it covered up? Debriefing reports. Time of incident, 5:50 in the morning. Task with the raiding compound belonging to cult known as Kamenkai located in something. Mission details. Arrived to discover 12 bodies, 3 other males, 2 children, cause of death. Redacted. Considered missing, maybe dead. Personal effects collected at scene of crime including mask and several other ritual objects. So they collected the mask. How did the mask make it back to the grandma? Raid considered a success. Cult known as Kamenkai's activities have ceased. Surviving members have been rescued. The report is unclear, but it's obvious something terrible happened at the Kamenkai. I want to play with my kitty. No doubt the mask has a part to play in those 12 people's death in one way or another. It found its way to Dana afterwards. She said she was searching for the door, which means her connection to it is no mere coincidence either.
Oh, Wolves! Thank you for the resub! Holy shit, 17! Thank you so much!
Okay. Collector said the path in the dark would never reveal itself unless I understood her past. The report is a dead end for now, but he gave me another lead. A talent agency called Omega in Kabukicho. It's not a whole lot to go on, but maybe I'll find the connection I need to connect the dots. For now, all I can do is go to Kabukicho and ask around. I want to play with the kitty. Same as ever. Let's improve our sanity. Because we have a lot of investigation points anyway. That puts us at minus 19. We have a lot of neurosis still. I want to play with the cat. Why can't I play with the kitty? Me. Okay, at least we took our pills. The collector mentioned a talent agency by the name of Omega here in Kabukicho with ties to data. Unless there's a big sign advertising it, which I highly doubt, I'll need to ask around to find it. Based on the dragon motifs and the general vibe around the building, I'd guess this place is no normal bar. Is the game too loud? Let me know, because this is very loud in my ears. I guess this place is no normal bar. Who knows how many other places around here the Yakuza have dipped their fingers into. It's Dikan 3000 yen. Ooh, I can get this for 3,000 yen for an hour. It's only 30 bucks. Hey, hold up. Don't I know you? Who, me? Yeah, you. Unless you're hiding something someone behind your back. Aren't you the detective whose face was all over town a few weeks back? Yeah, that's it. How didn't I recognize you before? Hey guys, didn't someone at HQ come by and ask us about her earlier? Maybe we should call it in. Someone asked about me? Hold on, Denjiro. Do you really think that's a good idea? What are you talking about? I'm not risking my job over some nobody detective. Call it into HQ and you might be risking more than your job if you know what I mean. Ryu's right. Why should we stick our necks out when she hasn't even done anything wrong? Being on leave doesn't mean she can't walk around, does it? I'm with you. I doubt I need to remind you boys what happens if you ruffle the wrong feathers at HQ. You guys can't be serious. Look, I'm not saying we arrest her, only you're going to piss off the wrong people, Denjiro. I don't know how much more obvious I need to be for you to get it. No one, not even the detective here, is worth bringing down her wrath. Her wrath? Especially right now, things aren't exactly on stable grounds around here since the Mifune family shakeup. Don't need to repeat of Officer Ono. Packed for promotion one day and then some anonymous tip comes in to HQ that Ono's been selling a little dope on the side. Even got a gun to tie him to a crime scene. Oh shit. Yeah, a gun that's mysteriously gone missing from evidence. You think that story is true? Does it really matter if it is or not? The point is, he asked too many questions around and now he's in jail. Some police we are, held hostage by some woman. Screw it, maybe you guys are right. I suppose if the guy from HQ asks again, we can say we didn't see any detective tonight. Okay. That's right, we didn't see you and you definitely didn't talk to us. Got it? Yeah, I got it. Being on the street around here isn't exactly an easy position to be in, huh? You mean at the bottom? Yeah, doesn't give us a whole lot of options. Feels like I'm always stuck between HQ and all the other shit going on around here. Not sure which is worse, honestly. You read the papers, don't you, detective? You heard about the Mifune family, right? I'm sure she has, and that's all you need to say on the subject. You never know who's working for who around here, so put a lid on it. Listen, detective, whatever you think we are or what you think goes on around here, it isn't so simple as good cop and bad cop. Remember that. Kabukicho might not be perfect, but we do our best to keep the peace, right? Right. Right. Like you said, we're trying our best, so don't cause any trouble for us and we'll return the favor by not letting HQ know about this. There's plenty scarier than HQ out there. That's for sure. Why don't you move along, detective? I think I'll do just that. Good luck, officers. Caesar's Club is pretty popular and it already has a lot of customers. Maybe talking to some of the regulars would give me a good idea of where to start looking for Omega. Okay. What's happening here? I can't talk to them.
Oh, Sawaki, see you later.
Good luck at uni. Can I ask you something? This dude. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I wasn't doing anything. You're a cop, right? Nope, you got me all wrong. I'm looking for a talent agency by the name of Omega. Why'd you think I was a cop? Whew, only cops ask that many questions right off the bat. Well, that and your costume had me fooled. You ought to be careful walking around like that. The music. Oh, I got it. You're some kind of performer, right? What are you doing looking for Omega? Omega's a wash. You don't get any work from them. Worry not, sweetheart. It just so happens I work for one of the best agencies in town. We handle all types. Models, performers, actors, you name it. Even a mature woman such as yourself will have no problem finding work through us. That is if you're fine with staying in costume. My lucky day. That's the spirit. Have a drink with me, babe. I'll get you signed up. I'm sure I can find you work in no time. Well, like I said, I'm looking for Omega. A friend of mine recommended them, so it'd be rude not to talk to them at least, right? Well, if you ask me, your friend's got no taste. You shouldn't waste your time with those losers. No one ever seen their guys around for months. Oh. Need to buy an iPod. Yeah, the background. You could see them link so easily too. Oh well. Word on the streets that they ran up a bit of debt with the wrong people, if you know what I mean. Anyway, you didn't hear it from me. You know where I am if you want the real chance, babe. Can I ask you something? Yeah, sure. You don't need my permission. You heard of an agency around here called Omega? Omega? No, it doesn't ring a bell. Why? What's it to you? Looking for a missing girl. Missing, huh? Was she foreign? Working on a nightclub? Maybe working for some other types of clubs? Don't remember asking your opinion on the girl. Only if you knew about the agency. Either way, answer's the same. I don't know Omega, and you probably won't find her even if I did. Girls go missing all the time around here, if you catch my drift. Okay. Care to be more specific? No, I don't. Don't think you delicate types could handle it. Let's just say not everyone is as nice to the ladies in those places as I am, and leave it at that. Stir the pot with questions like that and you're bound to end up in trouble, so if you want help, go ask someone else. Oh, it's the same? Fuck. Yes? Okay, how do I leave? Looking for the exit. Hey, there's nothing else I can do than talk to them? There's no options either. Wait, what? What do I do? Can I move? Oh, I can move! I didn't even know I was there. Can you spare a minute? Whoa, how long have you been standing there? Is he a foreigner? I just got here. Why so jumpy? Sorry, there was a big scary guy with a scar here a little before you. He acted friendly enough, but it made me feel uneasy. Kept asking me what I was doing here and if I wanted to go somewhere and have a drink with his friends. Honestly, I've been waiting for a good moment to duck out. I think you made the right decision of staying put, if you ask me. Have you ever heard of a talent agency around here called Omega? Never heard of it. I'm actually not ever in this part of town. A friend of a friend invited me out here for a few drinks, but she hasn't even shown her face yet. Starting to stink of some sort of weird setup. Anyway, I still have some pride, so I'm not going to tuck my tail and run just yet. Good luck finding that agency or whatever you're looking for. If you see that guy I mentioned earlier, watch your back. Okay. Evening. You know anything about a talent agency called Omega? I heard they were based here. Are you insane? It's not like I'm asking you to take me there personally. What's the issue? You do know where you are, don't you? Omega ran up against some people, same people who owned this club, and they lost. Mifune Takeover's already racked up quite the body count, and I don't plan on being added to it. Not sure who you're looking for, but you've come at a bit of a sensitive time. If I were you, I'd turn around and walk out that door. Hell, she probably killed him too. Killed who? Him, you know, Higashi, the owner of Omega. Everyone knew he owned the Mifune family and a small fortune. The word on the street is that there's been a little spring cleaning of disloyal retainers. Oh shit. Do I need to spell it out for you? I've already said too much and you should stop asking around. You never know who's listening. That dude looks suspicious. Hey, do you know this area? What? I had a question about... What? Speak up!
Oh. I can't hear you. The speaker's right there. You're gonna have to talk louder.
I'm looking for an agency. You're looking for a vacancy in what? You're what? Looking for... Did the music stop?
Information about Omega Talent Agency.
Do you know anything? Whoa. You really shouldn't shout things like that around here. Excuse me, miss. We were hoping you might join us next door. Oh, shit. Consider it an invitation from an admirer. Besides, it's a much nicer venue than this dump. In fact, we'd be happy to escort you. Who are you? Who do you think? We're just businessmen doing our business. Sure. Good answer. Follow us. We want information, right? Oh, you look cool. Holy shit. Welcome. Come in. Let me introduce myself. I am Kasumi Mifune. I appreciate you coming by to talk. Good thing the music is gone finally. Your thugs didn't give me much of an option. The hell you think you are calling me a thug? Or a businessman, you got that? Yeah, you sure look like it. Oh, I've got it alright, but don't think that dressing up in a suit makes you any less of a thug. Say another word, you cop bitch. Enough. You say another word and I'll make you wish you hadn't. Now get out, both of you. Yes, boss. My apologies. The quality of help you can find these days isn't quite up to the standard it was in my father's time. Wild dogs can be difficult to train, but they'll come around, even if I have to beat it into them. Whoop, 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 whoop. Push your furk. Sit down, relax. Can I get you a drink? No thanks. I see, then excuse me while I pour one for myself. Why don't we skip the small talk and you tell me why I'm here? I'm getting to that. It seems you're a woman who doesn't like to waste time. Good. As luck would have it, neither am I. Let's get right to it. A short while ago, a couple of men downstairs ran up to tell me you, a cop, had walked past my bar into one of my nightclubs. Then I hear you've been sniffing around, asking about one of my investments. Investments? You mean Omega? Smart girl. Clever girl. Tell me, Ayami Ito, why is it that a cop is going around asking pointed questions like that? More curious still, not just any cop, but a publicly shamed cop on leave. A shamed cop who's had a history of, how did they word it? A history of psychotic episodes. How do you know all that? She watches the news. We all have friends, Detective Ito, and when detectives are wandering around my part of the city, my friends tell me everything I want to know. Honestly, you don't seem all that crazy to me. As to why you're after Omega, let's say you piqued my interest. Sorry, look at us. You said no small talk and here we are off in the bushes somewhere. Let's get back on track. As you're not acting in any official capacity, it's safe to say that no one knows you're here, correct? I suppose they don't. In your position, I might have tried to lie, but I appreciate the honesty. It was a rhetorical question anyway. I know for a fact there's no one coming for you. Yeah, her tattoos are awesome. The tattoo artist dude that did my tattoo, this one, he does tattoos like that as well. You don't strike me as a stupid type, and yet you've willingly entered a den of vipers. If you value your neck staying on your shoulders, surely you wouldn't do something so reckless. You can skip the threats. If you wanted to do something to me, you'd have done it already. Plus, you're smart enough to know not to hurt a cop, even one in my position. Good, I like you. Given your prickly demeanor, I doubt you're working with one of my competitors. And you're definitely not here for your police buddies. I need a tissue. Meh. It was really close. I have a bit of a running nose. It's because I'm tired. I always get like... I have like a permanent cold, and whenever I don't sleep enough, then my cold comes back. Okay. Okay, I give up. I have to know. What exactly is it you want to know about Omega? I'm looking for this girl. Her name is Dana. I was told she was involved with the agency somehow. I want to know what happened to her. How very noble of you. Figuring that out might be a bit difficult, as I'm afraid Omega is an extremely recent acquisition. To get back farther, you'll have to talk to its president and former owner, a man named Eiichi Higashi. As it so happens, that makes two of us who'd like to have a word with him. Like peas in a pod, us two. Unfortunately, when he handed over the business, he became a bit, how should I put it, forgetful about his outstanding debts to us. And the poor thing is so scared of me that he's ignoring all of my calls, probably thinking I'd do something awful to him if I found him. I can't imagine how he'd get that idea, can you? Maybe he'd prefer talking to a police officer instead of talking to me. I'm not some green recruit. I know how this works by now. What's the catch? You'd never tell me where he was and sent me on my way for nothing. Of course I wouldn't. You'll have to prove that you can be trusted first. There's someone else I need you to talk with. A bit of a softer target than Higashi. Pretty good deal, right? Everything you're looking for in exchange for one little job. I like her, though. Don't make this more difficult than it has to be. You'll agree eventually, so why fight it? I know a lot about you. Top of your class... Wait, didn't I say okay? You wouldn't let someone as pesky as morals get in the way of good information, would you? I've heard about you too, Kasumi Mifune. More accurately, I've heard a lot about your father. As you should. My father was a good man. Not surprising you know more about him than me. That'll change soon enough. I won't be another footnote in this story much longer. My father always undervalued the power of information, but I really get to know people I associate with. You, for instance. Everything you've done paints the picture of someone who's very determined and very desperate to find the girl of yours. Don't let other people tell you otherwise, detective. I think your traits are a wonderful combination. However, it also means you don't have a whole lot of bargaining power right now. If you don't want to work with me, that's fine. You can go home and quietly overdose on whatever medication they've got you taking instead.
Oh, Kichigo! Thank you.
Or is it K-Ichigo?
Thank you so much for the $5.
Been watching your videos since Fatal Frame 5. Oh, I don't even see the... Give me a moment. As a person who studied Japanese for 4 years in college, it's good to see someone who didn't give up. Aw, speaking of which, me and my friends will be in Japan in about 3 weeks. Super excited.
Oh, that's so awesome. Where are you gonna go?
Like, which areas are you gonna travel to? That's really cool. Furthermore, I could just refuse your request altogether, but that'd be so boring. We both need something, so let's help each other out instead. Do the job, I ask, and I'll tell you what you know about little Higashi. As I was saying, like him, there's another business owner in Akihabara who's unfortunately behind on payments as well. Such a shame too. I really wanted a straightforward relationship with this one. I help out with a few things, and in exchange she kicks back a little of her business. Sometimes we send over new contracts to renegotiate the terms of our mutually beneficial relationship. Sadly, she's neglected to sign the newest one. I'm a cop, not some Yakuza debt collector. Do it yourself. Suspended cop. You can't parade your badge around this proof that you're some white knight anymore. Due to the recent transition of power, I can't do it myself just this minute. The dogs at Tokyo Police Headquarters start panting whenever me or any of my men are outside of Kabukicho. I'm not asking you to club someone's head in. I'm only asking you to give them a friendly reminder to keep up to date with their paperwork. Easy, right? Here, take it. Do this for me and I'll feel a lot more comfortable giving out information about Omega. Also, I'll remind you, with your impending review, it would be unseemly if it got out that you were meeting with Yakuza, wouldn't it? Blackmail, huh? Such an ugly word. Here I thought we were becoming friends. No, just stating the facts. I want to be friends! But the situation is all. She's cool. The business you're going to is a cat cafe in Akihabara. Kaza can give you the address on the way out. Wait, a cat cafe? What else would it be? Cat cafe or a cat made cafe? Are you talking cats or people dressed up like cats? A freaking cat cafe! Actual cats! Adorably fluffy, precious cats! Why the hell would I invest in some stupid maid cafe? Now I'm all worked up. Look, get that goddamn contract signed and we'll talk. Damn, girl.
Be excellent.
Oh, is it Gordilly? Thank you. Thank you so much for the host. That's nice of you.
Let's go to a cat cafe. And extort them. That's the word, isn't it?
Thank you. Welcome back.
I think Tomo remembers you.
Ah, kitty.
He must be appreciative of all your help to make him feel better. Although I've had to stop the deliveries of sashimi. Even the smell seems to set off his bowels. Haha, he remembers. Another quirk added to an already quirky character. Maybe it's a sign that you're right about the fish. Listen, we need to talk.
Oh, kitty.
Okay, sure. Why the serious face? What's wrong? Well... I need you to sign this. How exactly does the owner of a cat cafe get mixed up with Yakuza? What do you mean? I met someone recently who gave me a contract with your name on it to sign. I read it and it seems like you owe them quite a bit of money. She has to pay this monthly though. Every 25th of the month. That's quite a lot of money. 450,000 yen, that's it's like $4,500. About 4,000 bucks, 5,000 bucks. She hasn't paid yet this month. And this is like, I agree to pay this monthly. Signed. And she has to sign this. I've been around this kind of stuff for a long time, but I can't figure out how a cat cafe owes that kind of money. Money? Yakuza? Wait, you're working for her? Why? I'm not working for anyone. All I got is this contract of your name and I want to know why. The truth is, this place isn't all above board. Or it is, but it wasn't always. I didn't borrow money or anything that stupid. When I was setting up this place, I was just trying to stay above water. But the building owner kept coming by to complain, and then these government types and health inspectors came knocking. I never realized how complicated opening up a place like this in Tokyo could be. All those rules and regulations. All I ever wanted was to help out the kitties and make people happy. Then she came by, someone who loved cuts. That's the Dutch word, cut. Cats as much as I did. She offered to help me smooth things over with everyone. I mean, I saw the tattoos and everything, but I don't think you should judge people because of how they look. I still don't. There's no way I was going to stay open and keep my kitties if I didn't get the help fast. So, I accepted her offer and things got better pretty quickly after that. The building owner stopped complaining and all the permits fell into my lap. That's pretty sweet. Maybe you think I was stupid, but most of the cats here would be stray or dead if I didn't get her help. For a while, I thought I was saved by a guardian angel. After all, she loved the cats and was kind and friendly to me. It's been quiet, too. The business with Tomo's bowels was the first incident I've had in months. About 2 months after accepting her help, when I was closing up the shop, some men showed up with a contract like the one you're holding. They said it was for services rendered or something like that. It wasn't much at the time, so I signed it. I owned her a lot after all, and I was doing pretty well. Only, they kept coming back, and every time they came back, they had a new contract. Every contract wanted more and more money. Yeah, that's how it goes. It's gotten out of hand. I can't keep up anymore. Kasumi won't even see me anymore to talk about it. You didn't really think you'd get a favor from the Yakuza for nothing, did you? I wasn't being greedy, Ito. I thought she was trying to help. Helping the only way she knows how. That's cute. Please, you have to help me. The amount of money they've asked for is out of hand. I'm doing well for now, but if they got their hands, I'd be out of business. You have to tell Kasumi. Please. Tell her that if this place closes down, all these cats, there will be no place for them to go. The poor kitties. They'd be put down. I can't support them myself. I don't think Animal Services will let me keep them. I couldn't live with myself if that happened. I'm begging you, Ito. Don't do this. She really likes cats, right? So maybe we can get some other deal going. I'll help. Doesn't matter what I need from her. I can't make you sign this in good conscience. Hooray! I knew good would prevail in the end. Thanks. How'd you get mixed up with that woman anyway? I need some information from her. You should be careful. I don't know about her, but her thugs are dangerous. Last time they were here, I heard them talking about having to teach a girl from another cafe a lesson or something. Makes me feel sick thinking about it. What else would you expect from a guy like that? Breaking legs is probably all they're capable of outside of grunting and drinking. Call me naive, but I don't get how someone can be so two-faced. When I started seeing her face in the papers lately, I couldn't believe it. Surely that ruthless woman they were talking about couldn't be the Kasumi I know, or so I thought. Guess it's like you said, a tiger can't change its stripes, right? Maybe so. At any rate, you should probably be more careful who you trust in the future. Sorry, I didn't mean to wrap you up on all this, but thank you for not making me sign. So what's your plan? Not sure if I really have one. Maybe I can appeal to her kinder self. If she's really a cat lover, I'm sure she wouldn't want to see the little guys hurt, right? I've really gone and got myself into trouble, haven't I? Maybe I should go instead. The contract was given to me, so I better deal with it myself. Plus, I get the impression that being confined by the cops doesn't put her in a great mood. I'm sure you don't agree, but I still think there's something good in her. Sometimes I can't help but wonder if she'd be doing all the things if she didn't grow up in that life. All the kitties loved her when they played with her. Cats are such a good judgment of characters. I somehow don't think her treatment of animals correlates too much with her treatment of people. I'm suddenly starting to feel a little queasy thinking about going back there without the contract. Damn it, Hayami. You've really gotten yourself into one this time, haven't you? No point dwelling on it now. You've made my mind up and I can't run Yakuza debt collections just because I'm in a tight spot. Take care. Don't worry. My kitties are never wrong in judging someone's character. Sure, I'll think of something, but you need to lay low and maybe close up shop for a while until I sort something out. Okay. Yeah, Fatal Frame is like in 2 weeks. Okay, let's go back. Let's convince her to just go play with the cats instead of money. Oh no, the cat followed me. Aww. Let's give the cat to her. Right, who do we talk to then? Wait, wasn't I in there? I can go. Oh, okay. This is where I was. I assume you took care of the little nuisance for me. I didn't have her sign it. I couldn't be in good conscience ruin someone's life like that. Let me explain something to you. If I give you something to do, you don't come back until it's done. Do you think you're some sort of moral crusader, helping out the little guy? What did she tell you anyway? That she was a small-town girl who couldn't keep up with the big meanies in Tokyo? Put it that way, I guess I do sound like I'm asking a bit much. Did she tell you all about all the cats that kept escaping? Or the ones who wandered into nearby businesses? How about the heaps of trash that were piling up around the place? If it weren't for me getting people off her back and cleaning up the place, those cats would probably be dead by now. What we have here, Detective, is a trust issue. You were too quick to take the other side because of who I am, or at least who you think I am. Pity. Kazu? Yes, boss? Take Ito outside and show her what happens when people disappoint me. Don't be too rough. I don't want to repeat of last time. Oh, and leave her face alone. I'd hate for someone to see a black eye and think she might be worthy of sympathy. Keep her jacket here. I like it. It's very chic. Did you know my friends tell me when all the police raids are coming? It's pretty handy, really. As a matter of fact, there's one scheduled for tomorrow. I'll be gone, of course. But if they were to find this jacket, well, who knows what they'd think. Would be a pity if someone recognized it. Kazu, escort her out. Good luck finding that stupid little girl.
Yeah, Kitty, to the rescue.
Hold on, Kazu.
Ito, who's this?
Who's this? He's, a stowaway from the cat cafe. He is, huh? I see. I love him. Oh, that's so cute!
Oh, look at his squishy little face. I can't have a detective beating around such a cute little face. What's his name?
I think his name is Tomo. That's not much of a name for a man, is it? I shall call you Mr. Marshmallow. About that blackmail and beating. Oh, forget it. Really? Oh, good. Oh, Ito, lighten up. You're not a liability unless you start talking to your cop friends. And you wouldn't do that, would you? No, they likely wouldn't believe me at this point anyway. My thoughts exactly, so cheer up. How can you stay mad when looking at these big eyes and those little feet? I look at you and I see a woman whose priorities are all wrong, Ito. You don't appreciate what you have, only what you're looking for. That is, until you find it, but then what? What's left? That said... Oh, sorry about that. I was serious about one thing. If you talk to any cops about my business or about my affections for cats, anything like that, cousin might pay a visit to your apartment and pick up where you left off. But who wants to think about all the logistics of dismembering and disposing of a detective's body when you've got these little whiskers rubbing against you? Sachiko's right, you do genuinely love cats. So why make her sign a contract that would end with her having to put the cats down? Sachiko isn't as perfect and cute as she seems. She might love her cats, but she has a strange way of caring for them. She owes me a great debt, and it's my right to collect it. If her cafe shut down, I'd make sure those cats have a home, though I can't say the same for their owner. The job is about tough decisions, not legal ones like you cops make. In my business, you have to sleep with the choices you make, not leave them at the door when you hand the case over to the courts.
Mr. Marshmallow likes being picked up. Aww.
He's pretty cute. Not sure if you meant for this outcome, but I have to say you have some guts coming back like you did. I thought you'd be another pushover cop to keep in my pocket. I underestimated you. And in doing so, I've given you information on one of my weaknesses. It's funny, really. I spent so much time making sure I'm not seen as the weak woman that all these men expect me to be, that I don't feel like myself sometimes. Something I'm sure you understand quite well.
Hey, Sir Kibble.
Tell you what, I'll let you have that one little weakness of mine. It's only fair. Oh man, it's so early. What time is it? 10:20. In a different life, maybe we could have been friends. Kazu, stand down for now. Ito, consider yourself lucky. I'll let you keep your jacket tonight. Understood, boss. Alright, forget the cat cafe contract. I'll get one of my boys to deal with it later. What is it you wanted again? I want to speak to Omega's company president, Higashi, about a girl signed to his agency. That's right, our missing agency's president and one of his many projects. What a despicable little man. I'll tell you now, I had no problem taking control of the business from him. I left him as president to keep a few of his clients happy. A decision I regret now. Where is he? I'm just as in the dark about where he disappeared to as you, I'm afraid. Deal's a deal, though. While you were out, I got an address to one of his old hideouts and the code to get in. Can't guarantee you'll find anything there. Oh, the code. Where was that again? It's where we start out with the sewers. Shinjuku. I can't guarantee you'll find anything there, but I said I'd tell you what I knew, and that's what I know. You haven't sent one of your stooges to check it out for you? Stooges. I like you, but don't push it. As I said earlier, me and my men can't afford to be spotted right now. Especially in an area getting so much special attention. Special attention? Doesn't Kabukicho get enough attention on its own? Kabukicho is what it is, but this isn't in Kabukicho. This particular spot got its reputation and subsequently its extra police patrols a bit more recently. In fact, I hear there's still an ongoing investigation going on there. I heard you'd be intimately familiar with that area and the incident that happened there. My condolences on the loss of your partner, Detective Tanaka, by the way. All the papers are rushing to make you out to be incompetent or worse yet, some sort of psychotic killer. Maddening, isn't it? My friends at police headquarters say you two were close. That's no way to lose someone you love. I suppose it's not too much to ask what really happened. Was there really someone there that night? Thanks on the condolences, but what happened on that night isn't something I want to discuss right now. Suit yourself. Let's change the subject back to Higashi. It took a bit of digging to find that address. Seems he was keeping a second hideout in Shinjuku under a fake name.
I called it!
Oh, shit. I dropped something. The cap for my drink. Now that we know where it is, he probably knows too. I'd highly doubt he'd be stupid enough to stay holed up in there. But I also doubt he'd be smart enough to completely clear the place out before he left town either. There's probably something in there that would lead us right to him. Get what you want and let the cousin know where the slime is so we can straighten him out. He'll get those fantasies of running away out of his head. The code to the door is 11235. Okay. It's the only keypad lock on the street. You can't miss it. For what it's worth, I wish you good luck finding your little girl, but remember, you can't save them all. I am Ito. Oh, and Ito? Thanks for bringing Mr. Marshmallow to me. Being holed up in a place for the last few weeks can be a bit taxing. You know, I remember he loves fresh fish. Fresh fish, huh? Sachiko certainly does have an eccentric taste. Kazu, go pick up some sashimi. Right away, boss. Wait, isn't that gonna make him shit all over the place? Hey, purple! Shinjuku. Did I just sabotage her bar? I think I did. Here it is. Ta-da! Oh, what a stench. I know that smell. Anyone who's worked homicide long enough knows it. There's a dead body here? Oh no. My sanity's going down. I can't. Seems like the inside of the lock has been filed off. Can't I just knock on the door? Why do you have to kick? Oh. The word Ruby is written in blood on the wall. Holy shit. Whoa, dude. No! It's the... it's the dude that was in, like, the right side of the map. Body's in pretty bad shape. Whoever did it took enough time to mutilate the corpse. The internal organs have been disturbed, maybe removed. What's this? There's a paper bag with the name Higashi written on it. Did Dana do this? Oh man, sanity minus 10. Fuck. Nothing changed, just a door. I'm hearing something. Oh. Seems like the inside of the lock isn't filed off. Something is trying to escape from the inside. The rattling stopped. Why? Oh shit, what am I doing? Okay. Shots of various girls, all of them taken in this room. They don't look like the professional headshots an agency would take. They all look so sad. I've gotten a pretty good idea what these pictures were used for and the types of people that might have been sent to. Oh, there she is. Dana, so it's true. To think that you were kept in a place like this. What happened to you? Something's happening. Oh no. Oh, you're back early. Oh, I am having a vision from the past. I don't feel well. I think I'll go to bed early tonight. Ruby, don't ignore me. Lately, it's been the same excuses over and over. I don't know what you're talking about. My sweet little Ruby. You think because that one song was a hit, you can just stop working? That's money all gone, sweetheart. We spent it all trying to get you a record deal. Don't you think it's unfair to eat my food and stay here for free without doing any work? Hey, stop crying. Stop crying, I'm talking to you. Please, I didn't mean it. I'll do another song. I'll make it up to you, I promise. I just don't want to. That's exactly why I'm setting up all these meetings for you. You make the right impression with these guys and they'll take you places. Speaking of which, I got a call a little while ago from Masa. Know what he told me? Ah, Dr. Acula. Thank you so much for subbing. Thank you. He told me you were being a little disagreeable with him last night at his place. You know that he's one of our best clients, don't you? The things he can do for you girls is, well, I shouldn't even need to tell you. I sent you to him because he said there was something special about you. In fact, he said out of all the girls here, I particularly wanted to meet you. I did you a big favor by making that happen. Then you compensate my generosity by sitting in a room, crying and telling me you don't feel well, or whatever excuse you come up with next. I couldn't. He tried to... Oh man, this is dark all of a sudden. I don't care what he tried to do. You should have let him. When I took you in, you were vulnerable, a tiny girl who was already failing at school. But I saw your potential. I could already tell how pretty you'd be when you were older. That's all those men care about, how I look. So what? You think I took you in because of how smart you were? You're an idol. You're supposed to be looked at. And most men would fall over themselves to meet a pretty girl like you, but you ruin it for everyone when you sit there crying. What are you doing? I'm sick of looking like an idiot, Ruby. You made me do this. Nante koto. Oh, that's her. That's it. So she was having a really rough time here. The noise stopped. Oh, that's the past, right? Damn it, Ruby. Can't stand to see you like this. You're not gonna feel better staying cooped up in here. Listen, I got you that photo shoot lined up tomorrow, the one with Masa. Hey, Toho! Are you even listening? Don't make me go back. I don't want to go out. Let me stay here. What's wrong with you? Please, don't make me. I'm afraid to go. Far as I can tell, all you're afraid of is success. I've fallen over myself to make you a star, but you'll never get anywhere if you lock yourself away. Dang, this is dark. What? You're not going to say anything? You can't treat me this way. I gave you your name, your music, and damn near everything else. Oh, but you think you're special, right? Let me break it to you, honey. You're not. There's loads of other girls in this business just like you, and they do what they have to without complaining about it. They understand how important it is to keep clients happy, and I'm sorry it's not all butterflies and flowers, but you're not some naive little girl anymore. You're a woman now. Earth through Ruby! I'm trying to give you some advice here, and you're not even listening. My name is Dana. What'd you just say, Dana? Who's that? Oh yeah, that was the name of some pathetic little foster girl I picked up. Damn. You want to go back to being her? Just say the word and I'll throw you out there myself. If you think you got it so bad now, let's count the seconds between you hitting those streets and being back in foster care or dead in some gutter. I think foster care would be better. Not so talkative now, are we, Dana? Or is it Ruby, the girl who was successful, the girl who could make it if she would just do what she was told? I'm sorry. I lost my temper, but you gotta see things my way. You were special, you know that? I see. I saw so much potential in you. Such a beautiful young girl. I wanted to raise you up and show you what life could be. Then you reject me and everything I can offer you. It's a damn shame. You're still pretty, Ruby. So pretty, but not when you mope around. Look, I get it. I guess that was his buddy in the hallway, wasn't it? You're a teenager and you want to cry it out, right? Fine, but when you're done with that, you're going back out there. You think I want to send you to all these little meetings with Masa and guys like him? I'd rather you are successful so we don't have to do that. I'm on your side. Oh, this is really dark. If you'd work harder, you wouldn't have to even do things like that. So stop crying. You're not a child anymore. I just want to go home. Home? Where do you think that is? You are home. This is as good as it's going to get for a girl like you. Tomorrow you're going to go with Masa and do whatever it is he tells you to do. You'll stop this crying and you'll start making some money. Maybe it was a mistake to think you'd end up being so special. Turns out you're just another disappointment. Another whore. Holy shit, dude. Ugh. Something laying on the mattress. It's a newspaper article dated 2004. Article's title, One Hit Wonder Ruby Commits Suicide. That can't be, that was over 10 years ago. Her real name was withheld from the press, but her picture is there. According to the article, Higashi went to her room and found it locked. He called to her and she didn't answer. Thought she must have been tired. She'd been working hard on a new song. He only forced the door when he noticed the smell where he found her hanging from the rafters. She'd hung herself almost 2 days before. Probably in this room. There's more. Mr. and Mrs. Higashi had adopted her years before. Ruby was not made to work and loved being an idol more than anything in the world. Her song Look For Me will go on sale again this month, with all sales going to various suicide prevention charities. I've read enough. The sadness that's in this room, it's the same awful feeling I felt in sewers. Is it Dana's? Is this what I was supposed to see? Wait, so if she died 10 years ago, how does that work? So this dude is Higashi? I feel sick. That monster. How many girls did Higashi pass around and abuse before she murdered him? And Dana, she looked the same as she does now, 16 years old, a child. Higashi had her locked up and she tried to take back control the only way she thought she could. Only she came back. And all that pain and suffering came back with her. When I was in that room, I could feel it like it was my own. It's not the first time I felt it. The dark was steeped in it. As soon as I realized it, it was like the air changed. I can sense a pulse now, like a heartbeat following me. But it's not enough. The mask could help me find the door, and I can feel the dark, but the path still isn't open to me. What am I missing? I feel really bad about Ruby now. My gut tells me it has to do with the Kamenkai, and the only one alive who knows about it is the old Kawana woman. She has to tell me what happened. Should we go back to the Yakuza as well and tell them that the dude's dead? Whoa, a lot of places just disappeared from the map. We just go in. We don't even knock. We're like, hey, tell me about the stuff. I told you to stay away from my family. Don't drag my grandchildren into this any more than you already have. Stay back. I have questions about the Kamenkai, the group your daughter and son-in-law were part of. You're the one alive. You're the only one alive who'd remember. I don't know anything about it. Leave me. Grandma, enough. Listen to yourself. There's the girl. Do you even realize you're lying anymore? Takashi told us everything. And you, Ito, just because this investigation is important to you doesn't give you the right to barge in here. Your grandma and I need to talk. If it upsets you, maybe you should go. I'm not going anywhere. This is the house I grew up in. It's as much mine as it is Grandma's. If you have something to say, you can say it in front of me. Only a little while ago, I found out my parents died in some cult and no one even knows why. You think hearing that's easy for me? I want to help you, Ito, but all the deceit and lies are starting to hurt people. What I'm chasing is so much worse. Tell that to the poor man in the station. He's in the hospital now, terrified out of his wits. People aren't only here to be used for information and then thrown away like you while you move on. They have lives too. Wait, the dude I made him look at that crow? That guy? Bringing up the past can hurt. Surely you of all people understand that. I do, but ignoring the past won't make it go away, and there's unfinished business from the Kamenkai that needs to be taken care of. But what's left to talk about? Everyone's dead, right? I promised to talk to you about all of this later. For now, let me and the detective talk. Go on, you were cooking us dinner, weren't you? Alright, we'll talk about it later, but I'll be in the other room if you need me. So, you found out about me. Now that Mai knows, I suppose there's no point in keeping it a secret any longer. The truth is, my daughter would never have joined the Kamenkai if it weren't for me. I convinced her and her husband to join. I was already a member. Oh. At the time I joined, my husband had left me and I'd lost my job, suddenly leaving me a single unemployed mother who could barely support her daughter. That's when Tokimasa found me and told me the society that stigmatized and shunned me was a fiction, a great machine to be fought, and that my very soul was at stake. Ah, yes, Purple, I did. I finished it. Ugh. You can watch it either here on Twitch or on YouTube. He used me as he did everyone else. I desperately wanted to hear that my struggles weren't my fault. They stole everything from me. My youth, my mind, and then my child. And then one day in 1996 they all died. The cause of the death was buried and no autopsies were performed. Or if they were hidden. Why? That's simple. The government didn't care about some dead cultists in the woods and covered it up with the papers, so the papers wouldn't sensationalize their deaths. That's it? After everything I found, you expect me to believe that? 12 people died that day and no one knows why. What happened? Tell me the truth. You want to know what happened so badly? Fine, I'll tell you. They died for nothing, following in the footsteps of a madman who believed that life was an illusion. As words from other compounds and other groups were being raided spread, Tokimasa began warning us that the end was near. He believed the world was collapsing and it was time for him and his followers to abandon the flesh and find purity among the gods. My Emiko, she didn't die from some conspiracy. She chose death because she no longer had an anchor to reality. And it was my fault. So they all killed themselves? Beyond that, I don't know what happened to them. You do know something. In the report it says that the officers cleared the bodies, they found the mask. The same one you handed to me 6 months ago. That's... Tokimasa would always keep to himself, saying it granted him sight into the realm of the kami. I needed it. You don't understand. It allowed us to see strange things in people who were gone. The guru was a fool, a fake, but the mask was real. There was a rumor that the cult rumors were killed by one of their own. Surely you didn't. Hey, Zwan, good to see you. No, you don't understand. I wouldn't never kill my own child. I didn't take the mask. It was given to me. One day, a man, some journalist or other, showed up at my door carrying the mask. I couldn't believe it. I begged him for it, and he stood there smiling at me. His eyes were like none I had ever seen. It was strange. All he wanted in exchange for the mask was a picture of Emiko. It's the collector. When I joined the cult, I was forced to give up my possessions, and I only had one left, but I gave it to him nevertheless. I thought if I had the mask that I could find her, that maybe she would forgive me. As soon as I had it in my hands, my mind opened. I could hear her voice. So you went into the sewers chasing after her, thinking you could save her. Takashi told you that as well, did he? Yes, it's true. Emiko was crying out to me, begging me to find her and free her from the dark place. I would have given anything to hold her in my arms again and plead her forgiveness. I don't care if you don't believe me. Just like Tanaka was calling out to me. I do believe you. We're probably some of the few people left alive who know what this mask is capable of. If you really thought it'd help you find her, then why'd you give it to me? Because I was wrong. At first I only followed whispers, and then I found myself in a strange labyrinth, chasing after her shade. The days bled together. I lost track of my grandchildren, of the shrine. It was an illusion. No matter how hard I tried, I never found her. I only became more and more disconnected from the world around me. I descended into madness. I was being used again, just as Tokimasa had used me so many years before. I tried getting rid of it, throwing it away, burning it. None of it mattered. It always came back. And when I did, the visions and whispers only got worse. So I put it out of my mind, and tried as best as I could to live a life of solitude and ignore the screams of my daughter. Oh, that's really dark. Then you came. And when you did, the mask was screaming out in voices I'd never heard before. I thought it was a sign, so I gave it to you. I didn't even have time to breathe out a sigh of relief before I heard the gunshot ring out. No one else ran to it. I think I was the only one who knew that sound for what it was. I thought the mask was punishing me once again by taking Mai away from me. Instead, it had passed tragedy to another. I'm sorry. Perhaps the knowledge of the mask should die with us. There is one other person who knows about the mask. A girl named Dana. Does that name mean anything to you? I don't know anybody by that name. Seems like she knows something. Do you expect me to know everyone who's been touched by the mask? No, but you were involved with a group who worshipped it. Are you sure you're telling me everything? Yes. What good will accusing an old woman do? Unless you're chasing someone too. That must be it. Mai told me you lost someone. Your partner in the police, is that right? If I'm right, then I suggest you stop your search. The place I was shown by the mask was not meant for the living. I barely escaped. Stop while your mind and body remain intact. What if I told you there was another option? What other option? In the months since I first met you, I've had time to examine the ancient texts in this shrine, and as the mask grew further away, it loosened its grip on my mind. I knew then it would someday make its way back to me, so I became determined to find a way to protect myself and my grandchildren from its influence. The darkness of the Kamenkai and its ritual object are but manipulations used to sever our connection with what is truly divine. The mask breeds darkness. Dark forces can invade all manner of living and non-living things, driving them to violence or death. That which is evil cannot be used or tolerated. It must be destroyed. It's the only way to save us from its grip. I bet Dana killed Higashi, now that I think about it. She probably came back from the dead and then killed him. Destroy the mask? I thought you said it couldn't be done. Not physically. Is everything alright, Grandma? I overheard you talking about the mask again. Yes, dear. Don't worry. In fact, it's good you're here as this talk involves you. Mai, you've trained in exorcism and purification rituals for quite some time, haven't you? Such a ritual could purify the mask and then turn it into a mere piece of wood, given we gather the right materials, of course. Oh, awesome. I can tell from the look in your eyes that you think me to be senile, but I'm quite serious. Even modern rituals have ancient roots, and with enough conviction they are still capable of great power. Before, I was content to die as long as the mask didn't hurt my children, and as I was too feeble to do what was necessary myself. But now, seeing you here, I see a second chance to do what is right. If you truly do know what the mask is, then you must help me destroy it. Slow down, I didn't come here to be involved in a ritual or exorcism or whatever you call it. I only want the truth about the Kamenkai, which you still haven't given me. Oh, I want to destroy the mask. I'm all for it. You're a stubborn one, aren't you? So be it. I can see there is only one way to change your mind. The only trace of what happened that day would be at the Kamenkai compound itself. Ooh, we're gonna go there? The records of its location are lost and they were never made public, but I know where it is. What's the catch? Go there, search for a truth. See what worshipping the mask has wrought. When you return, you'll help me destroy it. What makes you so confident I'll change my mind? I went back once, years ago. In all honesty, I'm not sure why. Perhaps to remind myself of my sins. What I saw and felt in that place, it was tainted by darkness and death. Those two things are all the mask will afford you. There is something else. I had a feeling you'd say that. The heavy, unnatural air I felt when I returned to the compound, it had the same stench, the same quality of the tunnels where I searched for Emiko. Sounds like superstition to me. So what exactly is it you want in exchange for the information? I believe the energies of the mask and that place are linked. I want you to bring something back from there. Anything. It may help in the ritual. Looking for the truth will not bring you peace, detective. Purifying the mask very well might. Remember that. The compound is in the forest in Aokigahara. Oh, that's not a good place. The Suicide Forest, yes. What a dreadful name. Though I suppose those woods have seen their fair share of tragedy and death. Ito, you can't just go charging in there. It's dangerous. What if you get lost? GPS doesn't work in there, and I heard even compasses won't point north. Not only that, but, well, a lot of people go there to die. I don't think you should go. You two keep talking about the mask like it's some evil spirit causing you pain, but I think the pain you're feeling isn't caused by the mask, it's just you. So many nights after the girl died in the shrine I had nightmares. Every corner I went around I thought I'd see her there. Ugh. It wasn't a ritual or a charm that made me better, though. I just stopped listening to the fear. I confronted it. When you took me to see Takashi, that was the first time I'd left Kamakura since April. It's embarrassing to admit it, but I was scared. And yeah, Takashi telling me all the stuff about mom and dad was scary, but it was the truth. I wasn't hiding from some demon I'd invented myself. Anyway, I know you might not listen to me, but I don't think you should put yourself in danger just so you can keep chasing your demons. Maybe you're right, but some demons have a way of spreading to others. Seeing the Kamenkai compound is something I have to do. Well, it's your choice, but Aokigahara is huge. How are you going to find one compound? Mike makes a good point. It's been a long time. Are you sure you remember where it is? Of course I do. I know you two must think of me, but I know what you two must think of me, but I'm not senile. It's a hike away from a bus stop on the outskirts of Narusawa. I used to go into town occasionally for supplies. Several miles away from the bus stop, there's a clearing and a path there. Used time to time by the forest services. I'll draw you a map before you leave. It continues for quite some time and eventually it will be blocked off. Keep going forward and don't turn back or leave the path. The forest can play tricks on you. Ooh. Supposing the path is still there, it seems pretty incredible to me that the compound would have been left alone all these years. It still stands. After all, why would they bother to go and dismantle it? Go, search for whatever truth you think you'll find, but be careful, detective. Do what must be done, then leave. Staying there is dangerous. I'm hungry too. Ooh, Skittles. Why are you guys talking about Skittles? I hope that once you enter that place and feel the energy I did, you'll have the sense to see what I never could. You understand, don't you? The mask must be purified. I understand. I'll begin preparations for the ceremony regardless. Mai, see her out. Oh man, I'm so sleepy. Ugh. You must have really scared her. I'll help with the ritual because I think it'll help Grandma get better. But don't get yourself killed. I know in your eyes I'm probably just a kid, but I know how much it hurts to want the truth. Takashi obsessed over the past, and I was miserable not knowing. Grandma almost went insane on top of that. Grandma said it herself, you're still young. You should forget about all this and start over. You might not want to hear about this, but listening to you two talk about masks and spirits, you sounded like that girl at the shrine. It scares me, and it should scare you too. Take care of yourself, Ito. Okay, whew. Ooh, Aokigahara! Okay, I can't go to the apartment. I need more pills! I'm not doing so well. Oh. Finally, this must be the path the old Kawana woman was talking about. If her story was true, all I need to do is follow it and find the Kamenkai's old compound. Let's hope it's that simple. No time to sit here and think it through. I need to get out of these woods before nightfall. Isn't it already nightfall? -30. Investigation is super high though. Neurosis is low. Hasn't moved. Well, that's a straight line, alright. I said to just keep going in a straight line. What's that?
Ojizo-sama.
They help with the lost. Can help guide the souls of children who died young. They look so old and forgotten. It's kind of sad to see them abandoned like this. How could these statues help anyone out in such a dark place? Covered in moss and undergrowth, it looks like one is missing. Oh, I'm already here? Oh shit.
Dang, girl.
Are we just gonna keep going?
Dana, what is she doing here? Where am I? Not anywhere but here.
I don't want to remember this. Why now?
Ito, why did you come here? You've left me here to die again, haven't you? It was your fault that this happened to me. You're so selfish. You never care about what happens to anyone but yourself. People who get hurt along the way are just collateral damage. It's all about you and what you want. You. You're not looking for me. You only want to hurt the girl, to hurt the old woman, see everyone who gets in your way suffer. That's not true. I would have done anything to change what happened to you. Make it go away. I can't bear to look anymore. Make it stop. I don't want to remember. What a great idea.
She looks fucked up. Remembering hurts, doesn't it? Let me take away all that pain. Let's forget together, Ayami. Can I just walk? Do you think I can wait it out? Let's see what happens if you wait it out. Well, we're getting more and more lines. Think they'll cover up the entire screen eventually? I don't want to forget though. Can I go back? Oh, well, they're definitely crossing now. Oh, I think it stopped. I think it's full now. Can't really do anything though. Guess I have no choice. I don't know about this. Oh. Huh. Can we put it on its place? Oh shit. Did I do something wrong? Was I not supposed to reach the compound? Flashback?
The way you were sleeping, I thought you'd never wake up. Huh? Where?
夢でも見てるの
Yume de mo miteru no? Am I dreaming? Thank goodness you're okay. I knew I'd find you. Find me? What are you talking about? I haven't gone anywhere. I saw you on the ground. Dana, she slit your throat. Must have been a hell of a nightmare you had. Nothing a good cup of coffee can't fix. Speaking of, I fixed the coffee machine so you can now officially file that case as closed. Hey, you're okay? You look a little out of it. Take your time getting ready. I'll be in the other room. Thanks, Kazuki. What is this? I was looking for something, wasn't I? Why can't I remember? My heart's beating a mile a minute. Can't shake the feeling of dread that's hanging in the air. This is real, right? I want it to be real. No, it's not. Kitty! Welcome back to the real world, sleepyhead. Huh? You're not dressed. You didn't forget about our picnic, did you? Picnic? We were gonna have a picnic in the park, see the cherry blossoms, remember? No, it's not exactly traditional, but I figured we could grab a pizza on the way over too. It's an important time of the year after all. Did you forget that too? Don't you remember when the cherry blossoms fell and you saved those 2 girls at the shrine? You're a hero. Saved? I'm no hero. She died. I killed her. She's always trying to stop me from... Kazuki, something doesn't feel right. This isn't where I'm supposed to be. Of course it is. We're together, the sun's out, we got Lady Fluff. Oh no. Isn't this what you wanted? With your parents gone, Lady Fluff and I are the only family you've got left. This is where you belong. And we love you, Ayami. That's why you'll come with us. Come on, we gotta get going. Where are you taking me? Somewhere safe. Safe? Why? Where was I going? Where's the path? The path isn't for you, it leads to suffering. Let's leave the place. Let's leave the path and be happy together forever. We have to find some other way. Game only gives me one choice though. Egg sandwiches. Yeah, I eat that a lot. There's a place we always go to every week to like study, and I write my letters there. And I always order grilled egg salad sandwiches. It's really good. What do you guys think? I think I only have one choice. Did I make a mistake? I want to make a choice to like stay on the path, but it doesn't really let me. Isn't this nice? We're all here like one big happy family. We don't need anyone else. It's better this way. Stay here. Stay here and rot. What's the matter with you? Nothing's the matter. We're exactly where we need to be. This is all wonderful. I've taken you somewhere safe just like I promised. Far away from places you didn't belong. You'll stay here so you can't hurt anyone anymore. Free from all those pesky, painful memories. So let's forget together. Lie down where it's comfortable and stay there forever and ever and ever. No. Ignoring the pain won't make it go away. Kazuki wouldn't want me to forget. He'd tell me to keep going. I know this place. I've been here before. It's drenched in the same suffering as before. Dana, why did you take me here? Why won't you leave me alone? Why do you want to hurt me so badly? Why'd you come here? Don't make me remember. Damn. Should I just pick one? Never felt Dana's presence so strongly before. If I didn't come to my senses, I might have. Why now? What's in this forest that she doesn't want me to see? Am I back at the statues? Yes, I am. Another sanity. Fuck. The air completely changed when I placed the statue with the others. The forest doesn't seem so dark and I can see clearly up ahead. I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. Is it over? Dana, are you still here somewhere? I can see all obstacles in my way. This must be it, the Kamenkai compound. I finally made it. Looking at it now, I can't help but feel underwhelmed. For all the secrecy, classified documents, and foreboding stories, all I see is that drab gray structures in a forest clearing. Oh, Young! Thank you for the bits! Hope you're all having a great day. I am. But it's eerie. Over a decade ago, 12 people died here, and this compound was left standing as a grim reminder. It gives me the creeps. I should find what I came here for and get back before sundown. What was Dana trying so hard to prevent me from finding here? Doesn't look like the compound yet. Oh, here we go. Let's go have a look. Aww. Mommy. Dana. Where were you? I missed you. Shh, keep your voice down, sweetheart. I can't stay long. Why not? Why don't you stay with me anymore? Well, that's complicated. The guru thinks it's best if we're apart for a while. He has big plans for us, and for you especially. Oh shit. Cares about all that. Honey, it's not that simple. Why not? Why won't they let us be together? Because you're so pure and perfect. I know you love me, but I'm no good. If I stay with you, he says I'll corrupt you. But I'm so weak, I wanted to see you. It's our little secret, okay? Okay. Mommy, is it my fault you can't stay with me anymore? Oh, Dana, no, of course not. It's me. You're going to be a big, important person someday. I can't hold you back. So she was also a survivor of the suicides, maybe? I know that doesn't make me a whole lot of sense. I know that doesn't make a whole lot of sense right now, but someday you'll understand. Tokimasa has big plans for you. He told me so himself. Thanks for the follows, by the way, guys. He said you're the key to everything, because you're so pure. Remember why we left the city? Because everyone's so mean and out for themselves. They're all stained by corruption, but not us. Not you, anyway. I thought you said we were going home. We can't. Tokimasa says the great machine's done for. The great machine. All those corrupt people will kill each other in wars and Dai will be left. Wait, what? You'll be there to guide them soon. You've been chosen by Tokimasa. Die? I don't want anyone to die. Me neither, sweetie, but like I said, Tokimasa has figured out that new ritual and you'll be able to help everyone. I don't understand. Why are you saying all these weird things? Now, Dana, it's not easy for me either. But it's not what we want all the time. It's not about what we want all the time. If you do this, it'll help me. If you want to help Mommy... You want to help Mommy, don't you? I guess. So let's smile, okay? And guess what? What? For the ritual, there's going to be a big celebration just for us. It'll be a big feast. What's that mean? It's a big meal where everyone gets to eat all the food they want. It's like a party. That doesn't that sound fun? I guess so. Voice is creepy. My voice? Then I can come see you again. You promise? Yeah. Afterwards we'll all go out together to the ritual. All together? I thought you said it was just me. Like I said, sweetheart, you've been chosen. Tokimasa says you'll gain the sight to guide us to salvation. Okay. Don't look so sad. You'll get me crying if you do. And you don't want to see Mommy cry, do you? No. Good, Dana. I need you to listen to me now. I want you to have this. It's Mommy's amulet. The one I've kept since I was little. I want you to have it for the ritual. When it starts, I want you to hold it and keep your eyes shut tight, okay? If you get scared, just grab it tight and think of me. But that amulet is yours. Don't you need it? What if something bad happens to you? It's more important you have it now. Promise me you'll do what I ask. I promise. Let's make a pinky promise. Okay. You know what happens when you break a pinky promise, right? You said my pinky would fall off. Exactly. We wouldn't want that now, would we? Oh man, I'm so confused about what's happening. After tomorrow, things might be different. Maybe even a little scary, but it's not all bad. The most important thing is that Tokimasa told us that we'll be together. I love you, Reina. I love you too, Mommy. I think I'm hearing more things because my sanity's really low. 36, not too bad. I've had worse. So this is the party. Nana, maybe you shouldn't be here. Why not? The feast isn't for you, it's for us, the impure who must prepare ourselves. Tokimasa says that the impure must purify themselves by feasting and expunging the darkness from their bodies. If I can remain uncorrupted, even someone worthless like me would be able to ascend to a higher plane. I don't think you're worthless. Everyone keeps telling me I'm so special, but no one visits me anymore. Where's everyone else? Are they hiding from me now too? The others are with the guru preparing themselves for tomorrow. Don't worry, Dana. Everything will be clear tomorrow. There's nothing to fear. Well, I'm surprised. I'm surprised. I'm curious to see what the thing will be like. Hey, can I have some? The great Tokimasa instructed us not to give you any food at the feast. Oh. Don't you see? You're pure. The feast, the indulgence is there to test us, to show us that we are corrupted with the stains of impurity upon us. It is a reminder of how the great machine of man keeps our souls shackled and chained. Those who are cleansed must not turn away from the righteous path. Right, but we're very lucky, so lucky, to be in Tokimasa's favor. He chose you, chose you to be the bearer of the mask, to see the great door to the pure realm. Those other children who were taken, that too was a test, to find the most pure among you. Have they already been killing kids? I think everyone killed themselves, and then she was left standing there or something. And then the two survived. The other ones, the Kawaras, they probably ran. You are but a child. Tokimasa says that you children are much wiser than us, that your understanding of the world is untainted. Where's Mommy? I imagine she's with the guru. She's in need of the guru's love. Her mind has gone astray of late, in such a key moment. Guru will show her the way, don't worry. Mother, father, sister, brother, it doesn't matter. We are your family. You should go back to bed. Don't know why the guru lets someone important wander freely. What if something would happen to you like the others? What others? Don't fear, child. The great Tokimasa's prophecy will come to pass and there will be no fear very soon. Meh, I finished it. You should go to sleep, girl, and remember, do not eat this meal. It's food for us, the pitiful. Midori. What's wrong? Why are you looking at me like that? Nothing, it's nothing. Ritual is soon. It will be time for a great change. Go away. Tomorrow you will guide us, but look at you, so young. We must be resilient. Fear is a pure emotion. All forms of life feel fear. To fear is not weakness, but a test. You are testing me. The guru is wise. Are you okay? You're looking at me funny again. It's nothing. What do you want? Do you know where Takashi is? Weak. They're weak. Don't think of them. Don't cloud your thoughts. You must remain as you are. Needn't worry. Tokimasa will guide us. Just wait. They're all bonkers. Oh, they totally are, yeah. Well, that's what happens in cults, right? They get, like, brainwashed. You scared me. I'm sorry. It's alright. You didn't mean it, did you? No. There's nothing to worry about. Do you want something? Why isn't Takashi or the baby here with you? Oh, it's Mom. It's the daughter of the grandma. He and his sister were not meant for the path of purity, not like you. It's the night before the ritual. I must unburden myself with thoughts of them. What's unburden mean? Unburden, Dana. It means I have to forget them. Forget the children, Emiko. Becoming too attached to our offspring is part of mankind's great machine. It is a lie. This was a test. They did not pass. We must. We are so close to our goal. I will not shackle myself to meaningless connections. Dana, don't worry. Tomorrow's great ritual Tokimasa has envisioned. You're the guest of honor. Everything will be alright. Really? Yes, of course. Now run along. Yes, join my cult. I can't let my daughter be in the ritual. That's not for you to decide. You know her importance, what the guru says she can show us. But she's my daughter. Tokimasa hasn't told us what he's going to do with her. She's our daughter, Hisako. Well, she is... It's easy for her to say that because her kids aren't here. What if it doesn't work like he says? She's so young. You doubt him? Now? It's because she's so young she was chosen. Her mind is not stained by regret, sadness, or corruption. She's perfect. I know that, just... Why hesitate? The Guru tells us we're approaching the moment that will bring us true peace, a culmination of everything we've worked for. Somehow your child is the focal point. He says she will be granted a sight even more profound than his own. She can lead us. I only want to make sure she's okay. He promised me she'd be safe, but I'm not so sure. The Guru will make sure that she's taken care of. She'll want for nothing and be blessed with new sight. What time is it? 11:15. Okay, we should be getting close to the end then. It's the only way. The world is on the brink of ruin. There's no time left. My own children will... Emiko, don't worry. They'll be safe. No, my own mother betrayed me. She dragged my children away to die in the filth. I'm so sorry. I must be strong. Soon we will have more worries and a scent... No more worries and a scent from our flesh. You know, don't you? I saw you outside when he told us. Yes. All of the things I studied, they were only ever used by corrupt people to control one another, to hurt one another. Soon we'll be free from all that. We'll escape the suffering of this world and be reborn. It will be Dana who shows us the way. She will be the bridge. You're right, I always knew she was special. Even when she was growing inside me, I could feel it. Promise me again. Promise she'll be taken care of. Nothing else here? Okay, so that taught us a couple things, but what am I gonna do now? Oh, what's that? Wait, I skipped something. No! Wait, I can still pick it up? Ooh, that's her with the mask. Where am I? The forest path. I saw things and started running. When I found the amulet, it cut away the fog. Wait, what? Show me the truth. Nana was there the whole time. They all killed themselves and made her wear the mask. That day was when it started. When Dana became the mask bearer. When her suffering truly began. The pulse of the dark has changed again, and the fuzzy image I had before snapped into focus. Everything I need to put an end to this is in my hands. What was lying on the ground though? Shit. How long has it been? A man in a sewer, a girl with red hair, and a detective chasing them both. I'm no detective anymore, only a puppet stupidly dancing on its strings. That doesn't sound like me. I'm so stretched out, it feels like the slightest breeze could topple me. Each time I get close to the truth, something drags me away. And maybe all these horrible things haven't happened yet, and I'm just riding the train home where Kazuki will be waiting for me. Oh, thank you, Cody. In another life, maybe there is an Ayami that's happy. Instead, I'm stuck in with what I got, and I don't know how much more I can take. Did I really see all those things in the forest? Was that real? Has any of it been? I don't know anymore. Every time I get a handle on the rules,
something comes along and breaks them. But there are things I saw, things I couldn't have known about Tokimasa's Kamenkai on my own. With me, there's a little wooden mask that so many died for, and now I'm planning to use it myself. It doesn't feel right. It was her pain that I felt again in the compound. Even now, the dark doesn't seem so unfamiliar. I can feel it calling to me. That must have been the moment that changed everything, the focal point to all of her misery. The dark is steeped in that same torment, the suffering of a scared little girl. I wonder if it's the real Dana I've seen, or if is that girl long dead. Either way, whatever is left of her is in the dark with Kazuki. My only chance to see Kazuki again is to go into those filthy tunnels and find the door. Only then do I have any hope of using it to change this fate. But I'd be walking into a trade where the other side has their hand behind their back. I'd be forced to accept the cost without question. Kazuki Tanaka, the man I've suffered so much for, has been silent. To find him and the door, I'd have to use the mask. I've seen what Dana's become as a result of the mask. What would happen to me? Now that I know the way, is that what I really want? The horrible object was made out of suffering. Two different groups fed it with the death of innocence. Why play its game? The entirety of the new Kamenkai died for it. It drove me and the man I love to the darkest depths we've ever known. Why shouldn't I destroy it? I know why. Because I'd be destroying Kazuki and Dana along with it. I would destroy it. I've done everything I can to prepare myself, but there's no more time to think. Time to put an end to all of this, one way or another. Shinjuku or Kamakura, two places where my path started, are also where it has to end. This is it. I need to choose. Follow the path further into the darkness, or return to the light. So we're gonna travel to Shinjuku. Okay, so this is like the big choice for the ending, I think. We're either gonna travel to Shinjuku and try to get Kazuki back, Tanaka, which I think is not gonna happen. Or we're gonna go to Kamakura and try to destroy the mask. And that'll be two endings, probably. Personally, I think we should go to Kamakura and try to destroy the mask. But what do you guys want? Are you guys agreeing with me? Destroy the mask. Yeah. Okay. I think that would be the best thing to do, yeah. Feels so strange to be back on these streets, knowing everything I do now. Ancient cults, a troubled family, and a girl named Dana, all united by the history of death and suffering caused by a simple object. All that meaningless death of innocent people, and for what? To protect mankind? To make us better? Don't make me laugh. No more. I've gone down this rabbit hole far enough. I refuse to be a slave to the mask any longer. I'll destroy it, turn it back to ashes, and do the world a favor. My final defiant act as reality breaks apart at the seams. Kawanas are waiting at the shrine. They know as well as I do the torment the mask brings with it. Let's hope the old woman can do what she says she can. Let's go try. Oh man, the sequel to The Mask was so bad, yeah. Let's not even talk about it. Oh fuck. That's creepy. No! I'm gonna go. I won't let you control me. Is it trying to stop me? The mask born out of death and suffering shouldn't be in this world. Maybe those people were trying to restore things. Why am I thinking about that? I have to keep moving. What is this feeling? Fear? I'm afraid to go forward. I have to go back. I can't move. Death, everything about this place feels like death. What if I'm wrong? Kazuki, Dana, they could really be down there. That's what it wants. That's why I need to destroy it. But what will happen? Why is it pleading with me? All those lives trapped in the mask want to be free, don't they? Then why? I could still turn back. Now's my last chance. I'm so confused. What do I do? Nah, ha, ha, ha. We're gonna go. I already made up my mind. Let's see where this goes. Hunter Shrine.
Okay. Ito? So you came after all. Of course she did. She knew it was the right thing to do. You brought something, didn't you, from the compound? I did. I found an old wooden amulet. You were right. The darkness I felt there was the same. Wait, this is actually real? When I was there, I saw visions from the past, of people who are gone now. I know about the ritual Tokimasa tricked them into performing. How could you have let it happen? She was just a girl. There's no answer I can give you that would satisfy you. Is that the best you can do? That's why you fled, isn't it? You knew all about Tokimasa's ritual and what would happen to everyone who was left behind. Yet you took Mai and Takashi and ran and did nothing to stop it. Oh, is Captain Hook back? Hey, good to see you. Bumblebee tuna. That takes me back. Stop it. What would have changed? Emiko knew what staying meant for her children as well as I did. She was willing to die however Tokimasa told her to. I couldn't persuade my own daughter to save herself, so you think I didn't try? The police never would have believed an old woman talking about ancient rituals. I had no choice. They were monsters. They weren't monsters, they were lost. Looking for answers in a world that had none for them. Much like you, like us. In my years with the mask, I could hear them sometimes in the darkness, along with voices I did not recognize. I always thought they were vengeful, restless, punishing me for my sins. Once we purify the mask, perhaps they will forgive us. Did you find the girl who's chasing you, this Dana? Did you ask for forgiveness? I'm not sure if that's possible anymore. After everything that girl went through, all of her self-hatred and her sorrow are a part of the mask now. I felt it all at this shrine the day I shot her. Do you think that this will put a stop to all of it? The whispers, Dana, all of the strange things we've seen? Atonement is a journey, one that expands past our time on this earth. It will at least allow us to take the first step to righting our own sins. Our sins, huh? Hold on, I've only ever done good luck rituals and harmless little blessings. This is different. Grandma, this is real. I don't know if I can do this. Mai, calm down. A ritual has meaning in its very act. It is the god's way of preparing us for true test. You are a pure child, and combined with your will, the ritual will gain power. It will work. It must. Why me? Because you are not corrupted by it. Only you can. You can bring your mother peace. Please, Mai, you have to try. I know you think it's crazy, but this mask has caused a lot of people to suffer. Well, we're almost there, I feel like. It doesn't matter if you believe us. Just do it knowing that it will help me and your grandma move on. You haven't seen what we've seen, so I don't blame you for being skeptical. But you can believe in helping us, right? I just want this all to end. Me too. Every day it's been harder to keep things straight, and I think the mask is partly to blame. It's silly, I'm not religious, never have been. But I want this all to stop, to be normal again. I want to believe that it will work, and in you. So please, I'm begging you to try. Okay. Thank you. Ready? Are we ready, guys? I just need a moment to prepare. What if we're wrong? What do you mean? What if the mask isn't the problem? What if we're making it worse? An old man told me that the mask didn't create the shadow, it only opens your vision to them. So are we doing the right thing? What if we're missing something? Are you losing your resolve? It's just Tanaka, the man who died, the one I was searching for. He always said, a what if isn't good enough for a detective. I guess old habits die hard and there's still so much I don't understand. And you never will. It's a matter of faith, child. Okay, I'm ready. Please forgive me for leading you to those people and for what happened to you. I tried to save you. I tried. I pray you find peace. Ready, Grandma? Yeah, ready. Ooh, she's trying. As the ritual continued, I felt an overwhelming sadness, like something had been ripped out of me that I would never find again. At that moment, the whispers of the mask turned to desperate, pleading screams. I closed my eyes and hugged myself like a child, feeling at that moment utterly engulfed in fear. The mask is so evil. Oh, we're 269 subs? What happened? Did we drop just like 10 subs or something? Then there was silence. When I opened my eyes, the mask was split in two. I knew at that moment, yeah, we were at 275, weren't we? That sucks. I knew at that moment Kazuki was dead and had been all along. We all left the shrine in silence. I never returned. Oh, that was it. That was an easy ritual then. Nothing was quite right after that day. Dana's presence was gone, but I started to feel other things. The shadows began to take a new, fearful shape. Tokyo began to change. Crime shot up and murder rate peaked at all-time high that year. The police were so swamped with the wave of violence that they reinstated me as homicide detective. Investigation into me was dropped entirely. Huh. I quit within 6 months. Just didn't have the stomach for it anymore, and after what happened to Kazuki, I could never focus. What if the ritual was a mistake? What if everything that happened since is all my fault? Sometimes I wake up at night wondering if the world of the dark was the truth and my life now is a dream. An after-image of being exposed to bright flash. I don't go out much these days. I can't bear to face the real world. So this is the end of the mask, says my Steam achievement. So this means that the mask was actually holding something, like keeping it contained maybe, and re-released it by destroying the mask. Did we get the asshole cop fired? I don't know. So I already knew that the ending was not going to be satisfying, because people say they have to play through the game twice to get a good ending anyway. So the first ending, I think no matter what you do, it's not going to be great. So I already kind of saw this coming. I'm not super surprised. I also don't know if I want to play through it again. It's a lot of work, a lot of talking on my end. It's really tiring to play through this. And playing through it again, I don't know, it just seems a little bit tedious to me. Yeah, it bums me out when games do that, yeah. I guess you can make better choices and stuff and get better stats. I don't know. The ending isn't too bad. It's not the worst I have been through. Oh, there's the other ending's worse? There are 11 endings. Oh. Yeah, at least I heard multiple people say that you need to play through it at least twice to get the true ending. So I don't know. But yeah, 11 endings, I'll never see all of them. I wasn't actually even planning to do it again. Because it's like a lot of reading. Hey, I was a backer too. Oh, a collector. Interesting, most interesting. You're nothing but a crow, feeding on the carrion that time leaves in its wake. He looks so cute. Forgive me for not being an impartial spectator of human suffering. The woman had her own desires. I only gave her a little push. But the result, this cannot be. Not right at all. The mask from this world? I won't accept it. Why? What do you care? Shall I tell the reason it bothers you so? Because you gained nothing from this truth. But make no mistake, it is a truth, another possibility. Time is not a single thread, but a complex tapestry, pushed and formed into a picture by the forces of fate and chance. The different threads present a myriad of truths, but all an aspect of the same visage nonetheless. A myriad. Interesting, interesting. I would have thought one so interested in history would adhere to a single truth. On the contrary, if history has taught me anything, it is that there is no one truth. The deeper one gazes, the more complex it becomes. All are truth, all grant insight into the same puzzle. You're right, my old friend. Time is a spiral. Observe it long enough and you may yet learn something. She is not your plaything. It is not your decision. There is only one way this can end. Only one way for the world to remain intact and stop the thing that's coming. Must be protected. The role must be performed. Stubborn. Allow me to ask you a question. I believe I know it already. You've asked it before. Indulge me. I ask her the same question. If the dancing puppet looks up and sees its strings, does it remain a puppet? What of fate and chance then? I answer your riddle with one of my own. You see the storm clouds approaching, and though you can't take shelter or alter your course, does the storm not come regardless? No fun. You've never tolerated my philosophical side. Nor you me when I tell you how things are. I suppose that's because we are one and the same. But what of her? All we can do is see, but eventually she will end up there. There is only one path which will hold the world together. I'll probably just like look it up. Oh, look, New Game Plus. So if you played that one, you can get to a better ending or something. Game is very time consuming. If you want more endings, I would think to do it on our own time. Yeah. Streaming this is really tough. I definitely liked it. I thought it was very high quality. I loved the setting. I thought it was well done. The characters are cool. I did definitely feel like it was coming to an end, like it was rehashing areas, rehashing characters. Everyone was like connected. So it made the game a lot smaller than it was. You could do a type of speedrun, click through the text and skip all the cutscenes. I could, yeah. But I'm not sure if I want to. Maybe someday if there's like enough requests for it, but I don't think so. It wasn't super popular on YouTube either. With so many endings too. I think people can just, if they're interested, get the game and try it out for themselves. Yeah, it was... I thought that was a high quality game. It was a very good Kickstarter game. I'm glad I kickstarted it. I definitely enjoyed it. But yeah, I'm not really a fan of the multiple ending stuff. And I also wasn't a fan of the sanity thing, because I made a lot of bad choices in the beginning of the game. It took me a couple hours before I realized like how the game worked, that you don't have to take the violent option. You can just go to a different area and find a solution for the problem. That made me make a couple really bad choices in the beginning of the game. Yeah, I think one playthrough is enough for me. Definitely encourage people to play through it though if they like it. It was very fun. Maybe we'll check for it myself. Yeah. Go do that. I have fun. That's it though. I have to hurry and, well, not hurry. It's actually perfect. I need to leave the house in like 15 minutes and then I'll go renew my driver's license. So yay. Let's see what's on the schedule for tomorrow because I forgot. Tomorrow is More Evil Within. Yay! That's gonna be cool. It's gonna be on the PS4 Pro. Oh, shit! So it's gonna be awesome. I hope to see you guys there. We'll just start later. Like today was an early start, but tomorrow we'll just start 9 p.m. EDT, the usual time, and probably go for about 3 hours is the plan. So hopefully I'll see you guys there. Oh, I got something. Oh, Forces, thank you for the bits. Thank you guys so much for being here today. Let me quickly check if I can host anyone. That's muted, perfect. Nah, I think I'll leave it at this today. There's a couple people live, but I've hosted them before recently, so it's good. Okay, in that case, thank you guys so much for being here today. It was a lot of fun. I'm glad we finished it, and I hope to see you tomorrow with Evil Within. Thank you guys. Bye.